Hey, hey, from last night. Uh, Again, I went to bed a little later than I usually do. Slept in later than I usually do. Move you a little bit. There you go. Um, so I keep dreaming about coliseums. That's a dream theme I've never had before. I only very vaguely remember the dream. I just remember that there was another coliseum dream. I remember standing in the middle of it. I remember it being really big, making me feel really small, but it was really exciting. And I was, like the center of attention. I was in the center of the field in the middle of this coliseum. And I remember feeling like there's a lot of eyes on me, like I was about to perform. But remembering the dream, looking back on it, I don't remember seeing crowds in the stands. And I wasn't the only one standing in the middle. It was me and like members of my team, not a sports team, but more of a, I don't know. Those are just the emotions that I feel. That's all I remember of that dream. Um, Still noteworthy though. More dreams. I had dreams about, I had a stress dream about my parents. Pretty much anytime I dream about my parents, it's a stress dream. Place that was very remote, had lots of forests. Our house was on a river, and I went to the grocery store with my aunt, and I had been trying to. My parents have a little bit of conflict with my aunt in waking life, in real life. It's all political bullshit. And so in the dream, this was kind of showing up. They're very sarcastic towards my aunt and very childish. So in the dream, that's what they were doing, and it was making me angry. And then in the dream, later on, I ended up choosing my aunt over my parents, and it was this big deal. But my aunt in the dream was just so like la da 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 da, happy go lucky, happy voice, smile on her face, helping people. And my parents in the dream were stern faced, frustrated with everything and everyone, very disapproving. Um, and also, my mother was like 3 feet tall in this dream. It's part of the reason why I couldn't find her in this. We were in a grocery store. I couldn't find her because I was looking around, and I was just going past her head. I could not see her. She had a little tiny mini shopping cart that I apparently shrunk with her, or maybe she just grabbed one of those children's shopping carts. But she was like 3 feet tall, and she's just, I'm sure that means something. Um, and I remember like being in an aisle and picking out cookies. I was reading the cookie boxes, and I was wondering why there were cookies in this certain section because it didn't make sense. This was one of those dreams where I was doing things like writing things down, taking notes, talking to people, counting things, telling what time it is, and none of those things triggered me into lucidity. So that was, damn it. And I don't even necessarily feel like I got close to lucidity. So that was frustrating. Later on in the dream, I was at some kind of, this town had a little art show, a little like, just a little town festival. So there was like local food vendors, local artists, um, live music, and it was like a fun little time. And I went into this Grange building, I think, and they were having, like a little Grange weekend sale. So there's all the old ladies doing the fundraising, baking, and then there's some like flea market shit. And this one vendor was a glass blower, and I've never been one of those stoners that spends massive amounts of money on glass. I've spent one time I spent $80 on a pipe, and that was massive to me. But I had that pipe for years, and it was an immaculate, just stunning work of art. Anyway, so there's this glass blower, and she's she's amazing. She's dark crystal. She looks like her. She looks like her, but in a good way, in a non-ugly way. Um, she's kind of tall. She's got super, super large breasts. She's got this like amazing, tiny little like round tummy. Her breasts like stick over it, and she's got these huge thighs. I really like thighs, and so that's actually I've dreamt of women with big thighs lots of times. And she had like this long, awesome fucking, like some of it was in dreadlocks, some of it was in curls and wraps, had crystals in it, and there were just these long, unkempt dreads. Some of them were like that thick around, some of them were little, and it was just very, she looked like she had just crawled out of the dark crystal. And her garments were kind of like gothic, steampunk, magic, fairy, witch godmother. So, she caught my eye. I remember even so her skin tone was like kind of this olive skin tone, and she was stunning. Um, so I got talking to her, and I'm looking at her stuff and how much a bong is, because she's making this glass piece that's probably 3 feet tall, maybe like, I don't know, 1.5 wide, and it's got all these crystals and leather straps and gauges how much it was. And she goes, for you it's only $175, but usually these are $1,000. And I was like, holy moly. Well, I'll be right back. I'll go get some cash. In the meantime, I'd also like to purchase this pipe. And I picked up this pipe, and it was this like dark cobalt blue, and in the front of it had this really intricate and beautiful mushroom in it. Not like an actual mushroom, but someone took their glass artistry skills and made it a big, huge, beautiful mushroom. So the dream stops there. Fast forward to the next dream. I'm in my house, in like my actual real life house, and I'm in my bedroom, and all of a sudden it's totally dark, and I pick up that pipe, and the pipe I noticed is glow in the dark, and so the mushroom is glowing so much that it's almost like a flashlight, and it's this beautiful glowing picture flashlight, and I'm holding this pipe, kind of using it as a flashlight, and I get really excited, and I go to show my dad. I have this like this little bitty feeling. I've had this feeling in real life before. This little bitty feeling. And it goes, oh, geez. Well, my video was paused, and I don't know why. Probably because of my crappy internet signal out here. So, yeah, paused it for like 10 minutes. So I don't know what's happening with this video. I don't know if it's just going to pick up where I left off, or I'm going to come back to find that it deleted everything and I'm just kind of starting back in the middle. I need to do it over again. I don't know. Yay, learning process. Okay. Trying to remember where I left off. I think I left off was when I go to show a family member, especially ones that are a little more maybe conservative or something. I go to show them something that I am very proud of, and they just give me disapproval. And that sucks. I don't like it, obviously. So I had this beautiful pipe with this glowing mushroom on it, and I go out to the hallway, and I want to show my dad. And I'm like, look at this. I saved my money. I worked hard to get this beautiful pipe. Isn't it beautiful? Look at this amazing artwork, and it's glowing. That's fascinating. And I know my dad can appreciate cool stuff like that, but in real life, my father doesn't like to show that he likes something that he thinks he should disapprove of. It's really fucking dumb and really fucking frustrating. And I used to really, is pander the right word? Pander to that, but I don't anymore. I've decided just to be like, you know what? Fuck you. Look what I'm doing. I love it. You don't have to. That's kind of what this dream was about. I think this was another one of those deprogramming dreams, actually, where I was playing out a triggering thing for me, and I was able to play it out in a safe place and kind of deprogram that self entrapping program. So I was able, in the dream, I really wanted to show him this really awesome thing because for some reason I felt really proud of this pipe, even though I didn't make it. It wasn't my art. And I felt like, oh, I really want to show him, but he's probably going to make those faces that he always makes and those stupid fucking noises. And he's going to have this reaction and all this stuff. So I shouldn't do it. And then my other feelings were, you know what? This is a part of my life and this is important to me. So fuck it. If they can't handle it, they can't be supportive in something that I'm doing that benefits me and it's positive and I enjoy, then fuck them, feed them fish heads. So I went, look at it, it's so cool. Art. I don't care if you disapprove of who I am. That directly relates to my waking life situation with my parents, where I started stripping at 18. I'm 31 now, and I love the sex work industry. I think it's great. It's had a hugely positive impact on my life. It has made me a stronger person. It's helped me work through trauma. It's gotten me in contact with the most beautiful, inside and out, strong women I've ever met before. And it's just generally been a really positive impact on my life. And I would like to be able to tell that to my family. And because of those feelings, because I know my parents are going to disapprove of it, even though I think they've kind of accepted it. They just are like, all right, as long as you don't talk about it or act proud about it or anything, then we're fine. Like, don't ask, don't tell. For doing this, I placed third in Miss Nude Oregon. That was a big fucking deal to me. That was a contest that lasted spent over a couple months, and I was really excited to tell my parents even that I made it to the final round. So I do kind of have a renewed like feeling after waking up from that dream. You know what? I'm proud of who I am, and I'm really tired of being shamed from my parents about who I am. Because you know what? I feel fucking good about who I am. And I'm living a good life. And I'm a good person. So, yeah. Fuck the haters, I guess. Yay! Dream deprogramming. See, this is why dreams are so important. I think that dreams could help people with PTSD and addiction and trauma and all that. So this is part of the reason why I'm doing this. We'll take dream research into our own hands until the science and scientists come and help us out, I suppose. Okay, I think I'm just ranting randomly now. This whole weird thing with the pausing really threw me off. This was supposed to be like a 5-minute video, and it's 20 minutes long now. Okay. Oh, I didn't tell you my dream techniques that I did last night. So last night, didn't take any supplements. I went to bed a little bit later. I did fall asleep with some music and one night light, but after I fell asleep. And that was when I remembered my first Coliseum dream. And then I think I set my alarm for another 3 hours after that first initial wake up, so I could wake up and go to the gym. Okay, yeah, those are the techniques I did, and you already heard the results.